Hey, welcome to Catch Up. What happens in the K-drama Queen of Tears? A beloved power couple fights their way back to true love in this rom-com. They are both big-time bosses. Their high-profile wedding secured them as the couple of the century. But when their marriage hits a rough patch and a near tragedy, many fans also said the series is based on book, but this is untrue. The series is not based on a book. Baek, a humble but sharp-minded lawyer, hails from the small village of Yongdu-ri. Hong Hae-in is a high-powered ex who lives like royalty. She is a mega-rich retail conglomerate nepo baby. Her family, one of the wealthiest in South Korea, owns which Hae-in overseas, and she is an incredibly hard worker, albeit a bit arrogant. Yoon met Ai when the two were interns together at her grandfather's company. They had a series of meet-cutes at photocopier, fell in love despite their widely different upbringings and got married. But just 3 years later, Hyun-woo's attempt to please his wife are met with disdain and he feels distracted by her and her impossible to please parents, so much so that he's reconsidering the relationship. Hae-in, who is always furiously defending their love, can't understand why Hyun-woo seems to be slipping away. It's the last thing she never expected. Then, an earth-shattering crisis happens that tests their bonds even more. But maybe, just maybe, it's all reignite their romance. Let's take an episode by summary. What happened in episode 1? Baek Hyun-woo and Hong Win-yi navigate a tense relationship both at home and at work. But upon deciding his future, Hyun-woo pays a visit to his family. In episode 2, after Hae-in reveals her grim news to Hyun-woo, he begins to treat her nicely. Meanwhile, Hae-in's old classmate returns to Korea and joins Queen's group. In episode 3, Hyun-woo discovers troubling evidence after saving Hae-in from a boar attack. Meanwhile, the two slowly find their long-lost feelings reigniting. In episode 4, as Yoon In-sung increasingly interposes in Hae-in's life, Hyun-woo begins to feel jealous. Hae-in later shows up Baek-do-gon in his time of need. In episode 5, as Hyun-woo and Han-in spend time in his hometown, they awkwardly navigate their complex feelings. Hae-in later receives bad news about her diagnosis. In episode 6, Hyun-woo unexpectedly shows up in Berlin to secure a treatment for Hae-in. Meanwhile, in Korea, Hong Man-ji faces a crisis at his company. In episode 7, feeling betrayed by Hyun-woo, Hae-in pushes him away and becomes cold. Back in Korea, Hyun-woo rings to unravel a scheme against Han families. In episode 8, despite being in a tense situation with Hae-in, Hyun-woo remains firm about staying in the company as his suspicions towards Yoon-sung grow even stronger. The series is total consists of 16 episodes. That's all. Do like and subscribe the channel.